I can't believe my theme for the dance wasn't chosen. Yeah, I know. Vote's a vote. Dear Tim and Moby, what's democracy? From Helen. Democracy is a Greek word that means rule by the people. Basically, that means that every single person has a say in what happens, that everyone can participate in the government, and that the purpose of the government is to protect the rights of the people. Yeah, it sounds kind of obvious to us, but it hasn't always been like that. And it isn't like that everywhere in the world today. The Greek city-state of Athens had one of the earliest democracies. Instead of following the orders of a king or emperor, the citizens of Athens voted on how to run their city. Government officials were chosen randomly by a lottery system because Athenians thought that every citizen could and should hold office. Juries were chosen randomly too, and they were a lot bigger than ours are today. Well, no. When the Greeks said everyone, they meant something a little different from what we mean. First of all, you had to be a citizen from birth, which meant that both your mother and father had to be Athenian. Second, you couldn't be a slave. Also, you had to be male and an adult, and you had to own your own land or your own home. So, the voting population ended up being pretty small and not very representative of the Athenian population. Well, even with these problems, democracy worked pretty well for Athens. A lot of other city-states around the Mediterranean adopted it. Ancient Rome, which owed much of its culture to Greece, started off as a democracy. But unlike Athens, it wasn't a direct democracy where citizens debate and vote on every issue. Instead, Rome was a representative democracy, or republic, where citizens elected senators to represent their interests in debates and votes. Well, it's a nice idea to have every citizen take an active part in government, but not everyone has time to debate and vote on every issue. Athens' direct democracy only works well for small populations. For larger states, it makes more sense to have people represent you in the government. It worked for Rome. Their representative democracy lasted several hundred years before it was replaced by an empire ruled by a single emperor. When that happened, democracy kind of died off for a while. But in the centuries afterward, it kept popping up in various forms. That's true. Like Rome, the United States is a republic. We elect leaders to represent us in Congress instead of voting on every issue ourselves. And unlike Athens or Rome, pretty much every adult citizen of the United States can vote. Well, there are some voting restrictions, like if you've committed a serious crime. No system of government is perfect, but democracy in some form or another is working pretty well for over half the world's countries. Hey, you know what? This outfit gives me an idea for another dance theme. Toga, 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 toga.